Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In this first episode of the 62mm Big Bore Kit tuning series, we will show you the install of the 62mm Big Bore Kit. And we checked the volume of the GT to 20 cylinder head.
So we will open the bike. Bike is here. We will open the bike and we will install the 62mm bore, which we have, the 62mm GT 220 set. And let's see how that will run, because that piston should be okay. And we can see the result from that one with the large throttle body, camshaft, big valve head, exhaust, stage 2 exhaust, not stage 1. Stage 2 is for the GT 220 head, stage 1 is for the stock head, so different header installed on that one. So let's open the bike, take the engine out, install the 62mm cylinder kit on it, and let's see how that goes on the dyno then. Guys, so what we will do here is we will check the volume of the cylinder head. The stock cylinder head of the PCX 160, we know that's 8.5 cc. That's the volume of the stock head. Now we will check the volume also from the GT 220 head and to see how much more this one is. So we do that with this thing here. Yeah, we put some color fluent in it, and we can see exactly how much cc the volume is from the cylinder head. And this we can use then to calculate the compression ratio. So this is just some grease to make sure the water doesn't go away. It is sealed. So what we do is we install one piston ring on the piston, and we will see how far the piston goes inside the cylinder, so we can check how much the volume is from the area between the cylinder head and the piston. Once this is calculated, we know how much the compression ratio is. So now we check how deep the piston goes on top dead center inside the cylinder. Yeah, it should be 0.3, I believe, if I remember well. Okay, 0.4 millimeter. So we will do the same over here now. 0.4 millimeter deep. Also put some grease on it to seal it. We wrote the result down from our little test we did, and that's the result. Cylinder head 9.6 cc, cylinder 5 cc, the gasket is 0.6 cc. So together we have a volume of 15.2 cc with this specific setup in the GT version 2 cylinder head.
Okay, so we have the volume results to work with. Most people don't have any experience calculating compression ratios, so here's the formula on how to do it. You take the total volume at top dead center, which is 15.2 cc in our case, and you add the swept volume of 167 cc to that. You then simply divide that by 15.2 cc, which is the total volume at top dead center, and the result is your compression ratio, which in our case is 11.99 to 1. So let's call it a 12 to 1 compression ratio.
So okay guys, we're another day and now we do the install from the 62mm bore. So let's install.
ระบายไอลงพื้นแค่นั้นถ้าเทถ่ายใหญ่มากถ่ายใหญ่ใส่ระบายไออ่ะไม่มีแค่นั้นรอบนั้นตัดเสร็จที่มาตัดรอบนั้น
So that's the throttle body we will install now. So this is a PCX 150 throttle body, need the conversion on the PCX 160 manifold with the CNC plate installed to accept the conversion for the PCX 150. So 32 millimeter, and later on we will do the PCX 160 30 millimeter, 32 millimeter. So yeah, we have this insulator plate also, and long side and small side, because it's funny why Honda did that, but the distance from here, from the center to here, from the center to there, is not the same. People think, oh, it's the same on the left side and the right hand side. It's not the same. So I don't know if I can illustrate you that. It's easy to mess it up. So this won't work. This is the right way, but you think that might work, but no, it doesn't. And it's not that the insulator plate is wrong, it's just upside down. The distance is not the same, you see. So that's how you need to install it. Easy to do wrong, I mean really easy to do wrong with that one. So that's the way how to do it. Right, so we will install that one and get back to you. So yeah, here you can see the adapter plate which we have worked out earlier to accept the PCX 150 manifold, but since today we will be working with the PCX 160 manifold, a larger one for the GT220 head, we will remove this adapter plate so we can bolt it on like stock / original, and that should be plug and play ready. And we will test the result of that, see if it makes more power, yeah or no. So another manifold and a smaller size, small diameter. We go from 34 millimeter to 32 millimeter. So here we are changing the centers from PCX 150 to PCX 150 throttle body. So now that's the idle control valve, and then after this the map sensor. Yeah, so both are PCX 150 throttle bodies, so you can keep the same brackets. Okay, that's done. Let's install it. Yes, this one we take away. because it's now a PCX 160 manifold we are using. So we don't need the adapter plate anymore. Tie up. So this is one Uminashi have worked out, and we're installing it here at the local Thai bike shop. So yeah, the bolts are longer from the stock manifold, so we need to use the longer bolts. So meanwhile we have the original bolts for the PCX 160 manifold, and we will be using this because these are the right length for the 160. So guess what? Remember in the previous video that we had to cut the tube because it was too long? Well, it seems to be too short now with this manifold. So there is a difference on the manifold length. The throttle body length is the same, obviously, because they are both PCX 150 throttle bodies. But the manifold seems to be shorter. So yeah, for anybody who missed it in the previous video, if you do the conversion to the PCX 150 throttle body, the throttle cable with the double hook goes on top and the one with the single hook goes underneath, so goes below that one. So here we remove the one for the PCX 150 manifold and we replace it by the original one, the stock one for the PCX 160 manifold. The injector is easy, just push it inside the injector joint. And this will be interesting to see if this manifold with a smaller throttle body will make more power or not. So let's plug everything in and do the test run. Okay, done. Let's do a test run and see how it goes.
No,
19.32 and 15.66. Okay, let's try the smaller injector. Let's see how much power that picks up. Remember guys, with the stock head that it was running on the richer side with a 170cc injector. It made the most power with the 140cc injector installed. but AFR was like 14.6 if I remember well. Maybe an idea to go back and to see the results from the test we did before. Maybe we can do that. So if we install the same injector, it should run leaner with the larger air tube installed and the larger valves head. So let's see what direction it goes if we install that injector, which is considered small, with the actual setup. But let's see how it goes, if it makes power or not. The PCX likes a little bit, it likes to run a little bit on the lean side, so let's see how it goes. Looks like we make more power. So yeah, now we are removing the map sensor from the PCX 160 and installing it on the 32mm throttle body. And we have new gaskets. So we take the sensors now from the original 160 throttle body, which is the same as a 4-valve 125. These sensors are the same, so you can use them. If you have a 125 PCX 4-valve and you want a 30 or 32mm throttle body, then well, it's easy to do so. And cheap as well. I mean, yeah, so that's from the stock throttle body. We take the idle control valve. And this one goes to the 32mm PCX 160 throttle body. Yeah, don't forget the O-ring, guys. The O-ring is important. Okay, so we have swapped the sensors and the 32mm throttle body is good to go. We are also using the stock rubber from the manifold, from the stock manifold, because the outer diameter of the top plate is the same as you can see as the stock rubber. No difference, so everything easy to install, plug and play. So this rubber was full of conversion. We don't use that one. So now we have a PCX 160 manifold on a PCX 160 throttle body. Okay, job done. So let's install this combination, 32mm as well, and let's see if it runs any better. We need to change the throttle cable again, but we will make it easy just to do a test. Okay, so the injector is installed. And the benefit of this 100% PCX 160 4-valve combination is that you don't need to use any wire looms, nothing. It's all plug and play with the stock sensors. So you don't need to run any adapter cables, wire looms. Now we did the throttle cable conversion, so this will be a bit tricky now to make a test run with the throttle cables actually mentioned for the PCX 150. Let's see how we can manage that one. Okay guys, so that's done. And funny enough, with the conversion cables you can run the 160 setup. So for the guys who did the conversion already and they have the conversion set installed, the wires installed, then you can switch to the full PCX 160 setup. Now funny note, the cable with the double hook, which we call double hook, goes now below on the bracket and no longer on top of the bracket. And the one with the single hook, as you can see, I can zoom in perhaps, goes on top of it. And we do a test run. To data. EFA okay en bij? Guys, we installed the 140cc injector instead of the 170cc now, in combination with the large hose. That's a game changer. The big fuel hose, that makes really a serious change. And you get at high RPM much more fuel with large hose. So 140 versus 140, that's not the same. So we will do the run now and see if it is better than yesterday. We will do a road test also, so we can compare. But it seems to work very well. So, okay, here we go. So it seems we are losing some power, but it's like if you on the road, if you open the throttle, it doesn't stall that much. It's like right away, bob, picking up speed. And with the 170cc injector, it's like, yeah, it needs some time to work the fuel out. Not so much with this one. So yeah, okay, let's compare. And yeah, let's compare it on the road and let's see if we see the more power from the dyno translated onto performance on the road. It should be faster, so let's do a test. And here we go, 3, 2, 1. Okay, right away we see the 170cc makes more power compared to the 140cc injector. But something really interesting is that around now 100 km per hour, the 140cc is catching in and taking over. And it actually hit the RPM limiter sooner as the 170cc injector. So yeah, you see it, 120, 121, 123, here we go. RPM limiter. That's GPS speed. On the speedo we see 132, 133 as maximum speed. And interesting to see the air fuel ratio 12.4, 12.6 compared to 11.6 with a 170cc injector. And a little bit more fuel is helping in the temperature, it seems, because we are at 94 degrees with a 170cc injector compared to 98 degrees with a 140cc injector. And the temperature will play a very important role. You will see that in further episodes if you follow this series about the 62mm tune, because that becomes really a challenge. Now here it is going uphill. You can't see that really much or very well. It's going uphill, and even uphill you see the 140cc is doing a better job compared to the 170cc. We hit the limiter again, and that's uphill. So it seems like it can pull a heavier load than the 170cc injector. And that brings us to the next episode, which we will do, and that's installing a 15 teeth sprocket. So yeah, 140cc, good job. Oh, and I think it is time to lose the throttle over here and end this episode. So thank you for watching this episode, guys, and I hope I see you in the next one.
And take a look to the Umenashi website. We are ready to deliver all parts you need worldwide to your doorstep.